Hey, I'm Pep, and this is a 5-minute review of the Astute Goose by KOSMOS. This is part of a set of games called Brainwaves that each challenge your brain in a different way. Now, they aren't paying me to do this review, but they did send me a copy of the game, so score! Now, the point of this game is to try to identify subjects from a lineup, or more specifically, trying to remember what you saw. And so you'll quickly look at a bunch of different suspects depending on the difficulty of game that you've chosen and see what different features they have. Each of them will be wearing a particular color of clothing, a different kind of neck accessory, and a different animal. But these things will change as the game goes on, because you'll have some face-down cards that you had previously identified, and you'll roll 2 dice. One will be a number, which will determine which card you have to try to remember, and the other will be the type of thing, the shirt color, the type of neckwear they have, and what the animal is. If you get it right, great! Show everyone that you got it right and claim it as a point face down. If you got it wrong, however, keep it hidden. Just say that you got it wrong, and the next person in line will have to guess. If that next person happens to get it, great! They get the point instead, and they still get to do their next turn.
Yeah, they're wearing keys. Dang it, they weren't.
Nope, he was wearing a scarf. I remember, because it was green.
Alright, yeah, you got that one.
So being able to remember things better than your opponents will put you ahead. And you think these things would be easy to remember. But the thing is, every time a suspect is removed from a lineup, another one replaces them. You put it face up for a moment so you can kind of memorize what it is, then you flip it back face down. So you can't just memorize everything and keep it there. You then have to memorize what new things came in and change your memory patterns. We thought it would be extremely simple when we started playing, but it really wasn't. It was very hard to keep track of things. And as I mentioned before, the game has multiple difficulty levels. So in the beginner level, the numbers are doubled. So if you roll like a 1-4, a 2-5, or a 3-6, it's the same suspect. But in the furthest, most advanced game, all 6 numbers have suspects out. So it's 6 cards you need to remember instead of 3. Overall, I think this is a great game. Definitely for kids, but we didn't play with kids, we played with adults, and we all had a great time. So I think this is a good game for what it says it is, for training your brain and getting you thinking in a different way, and I think it's a good game in general. We only really had one problem when we played the game, and that problem was the fact that you could just roll whatever number you replaced, so you knew what it was.
Yeah, obviously he's wearing keys.
Only once in the entirety of all 4 games that we played did anyone ever forget the thing that had just been flipped. And you know what? If you're playing it with kids and whatnot, that's probably fine. If you're playing with adults, I can see a very easy way to fix that. Re-roll it. If you get the same number as before, roll it again. That's how I would house rule it, but otherwise, that's the only real problem I have, is that it's kind of a free turn for whoever would roll the same number. And this doesn't come up as much if you're playing the full game because, again, there's 6 different ones. But if you're playing it where the numbers are doubled up, yeah, that can happen quite a bit. Don't let that detract you, though. As I said, we had a ton of fun. We played 4 times immediately, one after another. The game plays very quickly, 10-15 minutes, and we all had a great time playing it. Of course, I haven't played the rest of the games in the series, so I can't say anything about them, but if they're anything like this one, I highly recommend them. Anyway, that's been my review. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below and I'll answer them. Otherwise, thanks for watching.